What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Not very friendly.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Well, he's got bronchitis. I know that much. Can I see better? Is there like a window? Surely there's a window or something. Ah! No? Oh, hello. Let's listen. There she is.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Can we get in here?
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I have a lot of experience. Near the cut or Darby. Hello, are you guys going to want to fight me? No? Okay, good.
I should never have
Join the Royal Fleet.
my father's business.
Hello, friend.
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Alright, first of all, let's check what he
Right
has.
then. Show me what you have.
Just some stuff in general, looks like. So I can... common handle part. Bit expensive, but that is what I need to upgrade, I think.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never
Maybe.
lose your focus, do you? Have you heard of a nurse?
I don't think I'm gonna
Crane?
get much by
Nurse
just continuing to ask.
So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Sure, blame the migrants. He's an excellent.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your
Maybe he's
precious
just a
nurse
racist.
Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
I mean, that's pretty good though, right?
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Well, if it's bottomless, then no.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
But he's sick though. No, that wasn't him. That was Petrescu.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone.
He probably blames the foreigners.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you.
What do you mean?
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot.
Aha! Quests! I knew it. We might have a hint for him now. No, we do not.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Can I check what I need to craft? Probably not. I think I need to be in a hideout for that. So this is Whitechapel, this district, which is currently serious. Bates is from here. He's got a cold, and Petrescu's got bronchitis. Benjamin Palmer has a migraine. I don't have. I can cure fatigue, I think, but I can't cure migraine. And I can cure cold and bronchitis. So that's something. I do think we will... First of all, hello, who are you? Joe Peterson? Hello? No?
Excuse me, sir.
Jo-
I have a few questions.
Jonathan!
Another
That's me.
journalist?
Joe,
I
it is
didn't
Joe
answer the
Peterson.
first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part.
We have a
of town.
nurse, though.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most.
Colossus
I
Joe.
don't remember asking for your service, sir.
I guess I might as well ask. I know where she is now, though, but...
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Cool.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks.
Ah, the Wet
Muscle
Boot Boys.
For their dirty work.
He could have refused.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons. And that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Oh, what happened since then? Maybe you started beating him up? A lot of hints, though. So maybe now I can go back and talk to Lewis. It's strange. In this game, it's like, I'm on a quest. Ooh, I find a guy. And then just tons of dialogue opens up. There's a lot of talking in this game. Which isn't bad.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Lovely.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
What does that mean? I do what I want and sometimes more. So sometimes you do more than you want? Why would you do more than you want? No hints. Alright, well I have
Goodbye,
some hints for Lewis, so I guess we might as well go back here since, I mean, we're right here.
Fancy Bob.
You never... Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
Wet boot boy. Alright, that'll be it for these guys. Again,
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
might want to go back here and pick up like a handle to upgrade the weapons more, but... Right, so Clayton. Hello.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I
Right.
just have a few questions.
Incoming
A
Armageddon.
scientist. You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll
I've had
talk
enough
to you
for
later.
tonight. Goodbye.
Are they... Do I need to go inside the church? Can I go around? There's gonna be skull here, aren't there? Oh yeah, hello. Let's move very... Okay, so 3 of them. Bit many. That's not going great. I thought I had more blood. Okay, trouble. No! Let me drink and let me heal. Alright, 1 guy left. Stuns and this guy should be enough to get some drinking done. I think it's time to start upgrading quite soon. Alright, our bars are looking a lot better now, up there at the top. Okay, aim your stuns a bit better, Jonathan, come on. Alright, we need some stamina. He does a lot of damage, though. Okay, I'm almost already dead, damn. Plenty of blood, though. Oh, Jesus. Final drink. I don't think it's necessarily the best way to fight. But it is, I mean, sort of working at least. Definitely time to upgrade. What I really feel like I need is quarantine. What I definitely feel like I need is some sort of attack that all these guys aren't resistant to. I feel like they're all resistant to just melee damage. So the shadow thing, either the like spear thing or the shadow whatever. I don't know what they're called. Find out. I thought I was hunting down Richard, but no.
angel made flesh, I tell you.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of
This
some
would be the
kind?
poet
I'm a
then.
poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Nice to meet you. Oh. Well, I guess ask a few questions of him first.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
That's nice and all, but you could die. And a lot of people have died.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Right, okay.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
I'm happy everyone died because it's a lot quieter now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Okay.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
This would be an easy drink.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
What if the danger is me? No, I'm not. I don't think I'll be necessarily drinking a lot of people until I feel like I really need it or someone really deserves it.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Camellia.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Camellia. What are the odds that she's a vampire?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
You know, poets can really get on your nerves. Anyway,
May I ask
Crane.
you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very
not even a real name.
But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
You do know about Darius Petrescu.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Ugh, communism. Ah. Right, so
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Petrescu is basically printing out flyers and stuff for Crane's, free clinic thing.